In this tutorial, I'm going to show the capabilities of the initial release of the tendency analysis module. So when you log in, you get the standard page. It has the games and so forth. If you're a coach, you also have this administration button. If you're not a coach, you don't get this administration button. So the tendency analysis module is only for coaches. So you click on administration, and there's a tendency analysis. So you click on tendency analysis, and this brings up the analysis homepage. So here we've got to assign coaches in this section. So every time there's a new game, you would update this section. And just to show you how that's done, I'll go here. The home team coach is Dales, and the opposing is Ray Roberts. Just to point out this point, that for your own games that you're playing in, you are always the home team, because this is the way you look at things from the Play Search module, where you actually, when you categorize the types as offense and defense, whether you're home or away, you're always, when you're on offense, you specify yourself as being on offense. On the other hand, when you're using this to analyze scouting games, scouting tapes, then you want to make sure you have these things set up right. So the home team coach or offensive coordinator goes in this section, and the opposing coach goes here. Finally, what you notice here is when you do analysis, you're not actually doing it against teams, you're doing it against coaches or offensive coordinators. So if the personnel gets moved from team to team, you can still track their tendencies. So here I'm assuming that you're familiar with the Play Search capabilities in the main section. That's where you have free-form ability to add whatever characteristics you want to track in a game. So I don't prescribe how you might identify downs or hash marks or formations or anything. This is all totally free-form, up to you, managing your team. And of course, the only thing you need to do is make sure that you're consistent from game to game and year to year. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to analyze what Coach Roberts does. And as I mentioned, this is free form, and in this case, the coach has chosen to use third and short for third and short. You may use something else. It's totally up to you. So we hit enter, and this shows you that for against Coach Roberts, third and short, we've got these games that have been identified and these plays. So just to summarize this, there were 46 total plays, 74% or 34 which were runs, 26% or 12 plays were passes. So this tells you that 74% of the time it's going to be a run on third and short. Okay, if you want to go a little more deeper here, let's say that you've also said that you've also identified red zone as RZ. So if you wanted to look in addition to third and short and want to see what happens in the red zone, you see that in the red zone, actually 83% of the plays are runs and 17% are passes. And if you want to actually see what were passes, you click on this and it brings up the actual game. You can do that on any of these. So you can look at all 46 if you want to do that. Okay, I actually not sure how useful that is, but you can do it. What is more useful, let's get this thing back down here. And let's get rid of this red zone because we can look at that in a different way, different time. So here we go. So what you see here is down here it says click to create third and short reel. So what we've done here is we're going to take these plays from these games across all seasons and we're making a play search reel. So you click, make the reel, and there we go. So now it brings up the reel. So the way this thing is set up, Steve is my username, Roberts is the coach I'm looking at. Some of you will get the joke in that. And third and short is what this reel is. So I click that, and you see that it takes you to this page that you're familiar with. And you see that up here is where we have the tendency reels. And again, only coaches will see this show up in this spot here, and all the coaches can have their own tendency reels, so you can see multiple tendency reels. Okay, so here we are. Just to give you more real estate here. Here are those 46 plays. So the thing that's different than the standard play search is because we're across multiple years and multiple games, in addition to the play name, which is here, the year and the game and the play number for that play is also put on this line. So the first play in this reel was from 2007, Game 6, Lake Washington, play number 16. I'm not going to go through viewing them here, that's in a different tutorial, but what I will show here is you can take this play search line here, and then we can put the red zone there, and this is where it brings up those plays. So this is the page that you want to actually look, if you care to look at actually what actually happens. You got the percentages on the last screen. This actually allows you to see the plays. And of course, if you want to just see the plays that were third and short that went more than 5 yards, you can do that. So it works just like Play Search does for single games, but this is for doing tendency analysis over multiple games, over multiple years. It works as well as you've chosen to input the data that you want to analyze later. So I hope that you find this helpful. I appreciate the feedback I've gotten from several folks who were inspirational in putting together some of these capabilities. Enjoy.